I'm here with David Brady, the featured artist at the HQ Gallery in Surprise for the Art and Healing exhibit. So David, it's really a pleasure to speak with you about your work.
Thank you.
I know you have exhibited all over the world, and I'm just wondering why you chose to show your work and share it with this exhibit.
Well, all exhibits are different. They have different reasons for those exhibitions, and this exhibition is called Art and Healing, and it's unique because unlike other exhibits where you're putting your latest work or your best pieces, there's like a theme about that. This is focusing on really the range of my work and how it relates to art and healing. So in regards to maybe techniques or my process and how I go about doing that. And in the end, does it end up with some sort of healing aspect for me?
Now, when you were first diagnosed, you chose to document your journey. Is there a specific reason why you chose to do that?
Well, yeah, when I found out, right away somebody said, well, are you gonna record it? Like do a YouTube channel or something? And I said no, because I don't know, well, first of all, I don't know whether if I'm gonna make it or not, so I don't want it to be like a death video or something. And yeah, I didn't know. And then I don't know how I'm gonna handle it. I don't know what's coming. They just say it's bad and it's gonna be tough, and you're like, okay. They say that about climbing a mountain too. What do you mean? You know? So I wanted to record it, and I felt something that I can do. So I chose to document it with my sketchbook. And that meant taking that everywhere I went and recording whatever was in the moment from day one. And then that's all I was gonna do. And just really for me. And of course it didn't end up that way. It grew into something else.
So do you think recording as far as your sketching while you're going through the treatments helped you heal?
Yes, I mean, the question that gets asked in a sort of cynical way is people will say, so you think art actually heals you? You know, I have a lot of answers for that, because I'm like, well, you think if you look at the sky and say something, that's gonna work too. So it's all on what you believe in. And if you believe that by doing this physical thing, it will improve some aspect of you, then yes, I believe that. I do believe that actual art making can actually improve your physical state. Now that's not popular with people that make money by prescribing pills and things, because this is just free, so that's never popular. You know, something that's just there. I think the first day of chemo, I brought all my stuff. And of course everybody's staring at you because you're the only one that has hair.
Yeah.
You're the only one that's not bald. I drew myself, like a self-portrait, and I remember drawing it, and you might remember, it looks like a pumpkin.
Yeah.
So it has like this like puffy ribbons, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I just made that, I don't know, and I'm there with my drip thing and all that. And I did the sketch and closed it up. And then proceeded to drive myself home after the treatment. And I'm in the car and I'm at a stop sign, and it was like the drug hit me, you know. I started to feel this wave coming over me, and my head felt like a pumpkin. And I looked in the mirror and I looked like the drawing.
Wow.
That was
That's
weird.
really weird.
And then I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. Like, and then of course, then you quickly go back to your state of whatever you're in. I drove home and I looked at the piece. So then I was like, well, that was kind of weird. So tomorrow, do the same thing, see what comes out. It was some similar kind of pattern that was going on. While it wasn't a big decision whether I was going to draw or not, because I do it anyway.
So did it help you feel that you weren't alone on some level? Like you had
Well, it helped that my wife was there with her little coloring things like a little kid. I didn't feel alone because of the people that care about me, and I had that. And as you know, some people know, I chose. It's always decisions. My doctor said, you know, your decisions are your decisions, and they're okay. I chose not to tell them that.
Right.
I didn't tell family.
Yeah,
So, but that didn't make me feel alone. I felt abandoned at some point, but that's a whole different. That's what a lot of people go through, you know, which was new to me. But you know what, the sketchbook was like a friend in a way.
So what would you tell somebody who's going through something similar, but they're afraid that they can't draw and they don't know how to draw?
Well, everybody says they can't draw. You know, when you're little, it's the kid that's not drawing that's kind of the weird one, you know. But as you get older, it's the kid that's drawing is the weird one. But everybody can draw. I think what people mean is I can't draw realistically. Like I can't draw the camera. I can't draw her realistically. Well, you can't play the piano when you sit down either. You have to do scales, and in that process, people don't want to invest in that. They can draw, they can scribble, they can doodle, they can make marks. And while that might look to everybody else like nothing, they're making the effort to make marks, and that's where it starts. You know what I mean? Kids like banging on a drum, then later he's in Van Halen. You know, hey, you just get better at it, you get better at it. So I think anybody could draw. I think that the one thing that I would tell everybody is, look, don't show it to anybody. Just keep it for yourself. You'll be fine. I think most people, when they say they can't draw, is they don't want to show it to anybody because people will say you can't draw. And neither can they, but it's really just there for you. And in the end, throw it away if you want. It's it's being in the moment that's where the medicine is, I think. Not the end result. I think it's the medicine is in the moment that you're doing it.
Yeah,
You know, some people sit there and watch the news. Like, why would you go from chemo and turn on the news? Like, what? No, go buy some running water or something. Close your eyes.
Do you remember as you were sketching, were there any particular thoughts that were going through your head?
How much is this medicine costing? You know, you're all over the place. When I'm drawing, are there thoughts? Is that what you mean?
When you're actually doing this.
When I'm sketching? No, I'm in a stream of consciousness. I don't know what I'm gonna draw. Sometimes it ends up being something that people can recognize, like, oh, that's you on the table or whatever. And other times it's just a screaming mouth. I don't know. So I'm usually in the moment, just there. I'm rarely like drawing and thinking about some other problem. Drawing is an escape in a way. Like when people go ride horses,
right,
or groom a horse. That's all. The horse makes you focus only on them.
Right.
So you really can't be thinking of your grocery shopping when you're grooming the horse. You're just sucked into that. It's kind of like that.
So it was sort of like a distraction from the reality of what you're going through, do you think?
Well, I think like watching TV would be a distraction, but I think in art, you're interacting, you're engaged.
Okay.
So
that's a good point.
While you are escaping what you just went through, you're doing something that's not in vain. That in the end, that might teach you something, might teach somebody else something. Yeah, you might change your career over it. I don't know. I think it just opens your mind. Like some music does. It just allows your mind to expand.